I'm in a mess. It's like you uncrossed my heart, so I guess it'll never come true. But nothing seems perfect after you, and I'm at a loss. I'm counting the cost of expressing conflicting points of view, but nothing seems perfect after you. Yeah, you, with a glue that held my bones together. You had the patience of my patient state. You, with a glue that held my bones together. You and me together, it's gonna have to end.
My name is Dr. Penny Foles, and I am an honorary researcher at Lancaster University and also a member of the MAC Clinical Sciences Research Group. I'm here today to participate in this excellent day for student nurses and dementia awareness training. Alzheimer's disease has a specific pathology, so there are certain things that happen to the brain of somebody with Alzheimer's disease. And I'm telling the students about the histology, the pathology, what happens inside the brain cells and around the brain cells, which causes tissue loss and ultimately the symptoms of dementia. At MAC Clinical Research, we are the UK's largest research organisation that carries out clinical trials. It is the case student nurses might be the first ones to come across somebody with a memory problem. And therefore it's important that the nurses understand the role of a research nurse and what is involved in the research that is going on at the moment into dementia and Alzheimer's. When somebody is diagnosed with dementia or Alzheimer's, one of the options is for that person to look into participating in a clinical study. Taking part in something like that can enhance the lives of people with such a diagnosis, because they can feel they are doing something positive towards their own condition. And there are lots of pluses. People take a lot out of being involved in something like that. They have a lot of support, they have a lot more medical coverage, and from the people I've spoken to, certainly, they find it a very, very worthwhile thing to do. The student nurses that are here today will ultimately be out there in our hospitals and in our communities. And if they can signpost newly diagnosed people towards studies, clinical research, if they can give out a bit of information, a bit of background, it might just enable somebody to pick the phone up or go on the computer to find out about what research is going on at the moment. It's important everybody, regardless of where they live or what GP they have or what district nurse they have, that everybody should have the same choices. And to be involved in a research study is one of those choices that they might or might not wish to take up.
But I'm at a loss. I'm counting the cost of expressing conflicting points of view, but nothing seems perfect after you. And I'm in a state. Yeah, I'm counting my blessings.
Hello, my name is Diane Smith and I am the matron for dementia for Morecambe Bay Trust. I'm here today at University of Cumbria at the Dementia Awareness Day to talk about the work that I deliver throughout our 3 hospital sites at Morecambe Bay Trust. I'm here to talk about the new tools that we've got in place to help and aid people with dementia when they come into hospital. We have a passport of care called a Forget-Me-Not passport of care, which is a tool that tells all staff about the care needs of the person with dementia when they come in. It's completed by the family because they are the experts, and it's shared amongst the staff to help them give the person-centred care that they need. We also have the butterfly scheme that's in place, and that is an aid to support somebody on their journey through our hospitals with dementia. The butterfly is indicated on the patient's notes, and it makes sure that they're safe wherever they go. I also promote the Johns campaign, which is a new campaign that we've set up at Morecambe Bay Trust, which is to support people who care for somebody with dementia. And they are invited to come in and support the care needs of the person that they care for at home, to be part of decision making of the care that's delivered, and be there to give the hands-on care if needed. It's really nice to see all these student nurses here today to learn about dementia and what's out there to help them with their development and of their role as a nurse. I'd like to see them be advocates for me, to share what we're doing at Morecambe Bay Trust. They will be on placement with us within the hospitals, so it's about them understanding what's out there to support the dementia care and make use of it. So, spreading the word, really.
And nothing seems perfect after you. Yeah, you were the glue that held my bones together.
My name's Alison Ogden. I'm a senior clinical research nurse with MAC Clinical Research. We're a research company and we run clinical drug trials, including trials on Alzheimer's disease, amongst other conditions. What we're doing here today is we're affiliated with Penny, who's working at the Lancaster lab on the new compound, which we're hoping will be absolutely huge. If we can manage to bring that compound through the initial stages to first time in human, phase 1 clinical trials, and then further through the safety phases of 2 and 3, this is going to be huge for the future because it's a disease-modifying drug. We're actually here today to complement what Penny is saying about the compound, because we are researchers, and it's only research that will bring this compound to the person at the end of the day. If this drug is proven to be effective, it will be licensed, and it's a research process that pushes it through those phases. So we want to tell nurses here today, mental health and adult nurses, what it is to be a research nurse. Because it's not very widely known about research nurses or what we actually do as part of research process. So that's what I'm doing here today, to promote MAC and to explain to these student nurses how they may want to work in research one day.
My name's Diane Armstrong and I work for Encompass Carers. I support carers of people living with dementia in our local community, and I'm also the chair of the Dementia Action Alliance in Lancaster and Morecambe. I'm here at the University of Cumbria today to raise awareness on what we do at Encompass and what we can do to support carers. It's about them being more supported when they're out in our community, and the things that we can do, just some small things, just to make people feel better once they're out and about. But I'm also here to talk about the Dementia Action Alliance and the difference that being part of that alliance can make to our community. Well, I'm hoping today, just like I said, to raise that awareness to the students, hopefully to encourage them to become a dementia friend, where they'll learn a little bit more about dementia and what it's like for the person living with dementia, and how they can turn their understanding into actions as well, which will support people in our community even more. The Dementia Action Alliance, we meet bi-monthly. It's made up of a team of professionals, carers and people living with dementia. Our idea is to raise awareness in our local community, but not only that, trying to work on a more practical thing that will help people living with dementia. At the moment, we're working on a directory of services which, again, hopefully will support people living with dementia and their carers in the community.
away. You and me together's gone